你好，朋友们. I didn't know it's going to have a vote this year.
I know there is a vote for the European Union, but I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't really know enough about it.
I believe, since we have joined the European Union, in terms of, say, myself being able to go work in France or go work in other countries and vice versa, I think it's a good thing to have freedom of movement, freedom of trade, and I do believe that if we do leave the European Union, it would have a great impact on UK businesses, especially smaller UK businesses, you know, small startups, independent companies which aren't large corporations who it won't really have much of an effect on. I mean, there are small businesses, even say like these companies around you that you see start up, for them to go and try and trade in Europe online, and even to go over and to build their organisations abroad, it would be a lot harder for them to do so. And it's more, I think, the reason, and this whole backing of leaving Europe is more political than, say, you know, a great benefit to the UK itself.
I'm still pretty much undecided. I'll have to see how the referendum campaign goes, but I personally believe that the British people will vote narrowly to stay in the EU.
Not really, because I think then Europe will face more issues in the economy after all the crises that we've been through, so I think it will be really bad if UK leaves the EU.
In my country there's also kind of a problem living, or not as big as here, but I think the European Union helps in general, but it's also a difficult question, but I think they shouldn't leave it.
I actually don't really support it. I'd rather stay in the European Union. I think it benefits us financially a lot better.
But I don't want the European Union to separate because it will be better for me because I'm from Spain and I'm trying to find a job here. So,
I mean, for the United Kingdom to stay in the EU is good.
I'm not from England, I'm from Ireland, but I'm very anti-politics. I really think that, like, you know, they're always the same kind of objective.
I'm a little bit in the middle at the moment. My instinct is more towards staying in the Union, but I'm listening very carefully. We're starting the very serious debate at the moment, at this very moment.
Business-wise speaking, it should be the EU is a very important thing with the British economy.
I think it's a very, very controversial subject and a very, very interesting subject. I believe that there are pros and cons to both, but I think ultimately we are probably better remaining part of the European Union.
Okay, well, I'm in two minds about it because I think there are pros and cons which need to be carefully thought through.